Assalamu alaikum students. Today in maths we will start a new topic. Now we are done with fractions. Okay, we will start a new topic and that is time. Okay, so see, before starting this new topic, I want to just give an opinion of mine that every thing that we study, okay, be it about maths or be it any subject, it has an importance in our lives. Okay, now if I talk about time, so what is the importance of time in our lives? Like you're supposed to complete one question in let's say 10 minutes, and you take whole period for it, like 40 minutes, so you're late. Okay, like now you other students are ahead of you and you are late now. Okay, so ultimately this will cost you, right? You will get slow in learning, in completing your work. Okay, and even why time is important in our daily lives, we have to be punctual. See, even let's talk about our school rules. We have to be in school by 7:40 maximum, right? If we are late than 7:40, then we are marked as late, right? So see, it has an importance in our daily lives as well. And we can only know that we are on time or are we late only if we know how to check the time, right? So that is why we will start learning about time, okay, from today. Right. So before starting to learn about time, first of all, you all should know that there are two type of clocks. Okay, this big one, okay, in which we can see these numbers, right? And we can see this a small one, or the one which is present in this shape, or the one in which we can see. The most important thing is that such a type of a clock in which we can see these arms, right? These are called as arms, in which we can see these arms. That type of clock is called as an analog clock. Okay, repeat after me, that this type of clock in which we can see the hands, these are hands, right? Like we all have hands. Okay, so these are hands of a clock. So that type of a clock in which hands are present are called as the analog clock. ANALOGUE, right? Analog clock. And this type of clock, okay, in which we can see digits. Okay, this clock is called as digital clock. As the name says itself, digital means the digits are present on the clock. Okay, this type of clock is also present in your classrooms, right? So you all know about digital clock. Okay, this one is the analog clock, which we can see at our homes and even at different places. Okay, now before learning about time, the most important thing is that you all should know about these hands. Okay, the small hand, this is the small hand, right? If you compare it with this one, okay, so this is the smaller one. The small hand is the our hand, okay, HOUR, our hand, right? This tells us about the R, and the big one, okay, is the minute hand. It tells us about minutes. Okay, the small one is the hour hand. Okay, HOUR. Do not confuse it with OUR. Okay, both of them have same pronunciation but are different words, right? This is hour hand, HOUR. Okay, it tells us about hour. And this is the minute hand, which tells us about minutes. Okay, now first of all we will only talk about our hand. For example, here in this clock, the hour hand is present at 12 Okay, so what time will it be? It will be 12 o'clock. Okay, it will be 12 o'clock. Now see here, our hand is present at 1 now. Okay, before it was present at 12, right? Now our hand is present at 1, right? Just ignore the minute hand right now. Don't focus on that. Only focus on the hour hand. It is present at 1. Okay, so what time will it be? It will be 1 o'clock. Okay. Okay, now see, our hand is present at 2. Okay, before it was present at 1, right? So that was 1 o'clock. Now it is present at 2. So what time will it be? It will be 2 o'clock. Okay, why? Because the hour hand is present at 2, and hour hand always tells us about the hour. Okay, so it will be 2 o'clock. Okay, now see that the hour hand is pointing at 2, right? It will be 12 o'clock. Now focus on the minute hand. As I told you that the minute hand tells us about what minutes are there, right? So if this minute hand is pointing at 1, so will you say that the time is 2 hours and 1 minute? No, I will not say that it is 2 hours 1 minute. Why? Because whenever we are talking about minutes, we focus on these small lines. Okay, see, this one is pointed at 12. Okay, between 12 and 1, how many these lines are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now if I'm saying if you start counting from here, our counting begins from here. It doesn't begin from here, it begins from here. Okay, so I'm counting it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and my minute hand is pointing at 1, and when I have started my counting from here, what number was it? It was 5. So what time will it be? It will be 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, I will repeat this again. When I have said, when I'm asking you what time is it, okay, the hour hand is pointing at 2, so we know that it is 2 hours. Okay, now we will talk about minutes. Will I say that the time is 2 hours and 1 minute? No. Although I know that the minute hand is pointing at 1, right? But whenever we are talking about minutes, we do not say that. We do not actually say these numbers. Okay, we count it from here. We don't say about these numbers, right? We count from here. So and always remember that our counting begins from here. It doesn't begin from here, it always begins from here. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my time will be 2 hours and 5 minutes. Now see, my hour hand is again at 2, right? But my minute hand is present at 3. So will I say, if somebody asks me what time is it, will I say that it is 2 hours and 3 minutes? No, I will count it from here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So the time will be 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, what time will this clock show? What time does this clock shows us? It shows that the time is 2 hours and 15 minutes. The easy way, see, if we move the minute hand, let's say that the minute hand comes at 4, at 5, at 6, obviously it will be very time taking to count from here till here. So remember one thing, which is the easy way, it is that between every digits, okay, like for example between 12 and 1, how many minutes will it be? It will be 5 minutes. Between 1 and 2, how minutes will it be? It will be again 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 and 5, 10. Then add 5 here. Okay, between 2 and 3, again there will be 5 minutes. So 5 and 5 and 5 will be 15. We know the 5 table, right? 5 plus 5 plus 5, it will be 15 minutes. Okay, so this is an easy way to tell about the minutes. Okay, between every, again I'm repeating it, between every digit, how many minutes are there in whenever we are looking at a clock, and we are seeing these digits. So between every digits, how many minutes are there? There are 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, 55 minutes, and again 60 minutes. And this is, you all should know, it is that 1 hour has how many minutes? It has 60 minutes. Again, 1 hour has how many minutes? It has 60 minutes. Again, 1 hour has how many minutes? It has 60 minutes. And half an hour. Okay, half means 1 upon 2. We did fractions, right? So we know half of 1 will be 1 upon 2. Half an hour equals to how many minutes? 30 minutes. What is the half of 60? The half of 60 will be 30. Divide 60 by 2. Answer will be 30. Okay, so half an hour equals to how many minutes? 30 minutes. Okay, now if I ask you that the time that is showed at the clock, okay, the time which is showed on the clock, you have to write it on a paper. So here I can see that the arm hand is present at 2 and the minute hand is present at 12, right? If I ask you to write it on a piece of a paper, how will you write it? You will write it as this. Either in this form, 2 o'clock, okay, either in this form or in this form, 2 o'clock, okay? Now, if I ask you that write the time on a piece of a paper, the time that is showed on the clock, okay, here the hour hand is present on 2 and the minute hand is present at 1, okay? But how many minutes will it be? As I told you that between on an analog clock, between 2 digits, how many minutes are there? There are 5 minutes. Okay, so since our minute arm is pointing at 1, so how many minutes will it be? It will be 5 minutes. And if I ask you to write it on a piece of a paper, how will you write it? Like this? You will write it like this: 2:05. Okay, 2:05. The digits you will write, this is written in the form of digits, okay, and those digits, and here we have only written the spelling of those digits, okay. It's not that difficult. Just remember it like this, that in here you have expressed the time in the form of digits, okay, and in the next line you have only written the words. You have only written it in the form of words, okay. It becomes 2:05. Okay, here it is 2:05 and it becomes like this. Okay, now see, as the minute arm starts to move, okay, before it was pointing at 1, now it is pointing at 4. As the minute hour starts to move and it moves further away from 12, okay, the hour hand, it also starts to move. Now can you see, it is not pointing exactly at 2. It has moved. Okay, if I just extend this line, it will be present between this here. Okay, so it has also started to move. Okay, now if I ask you to write this time on a piece of a paper, So it becomes like this. This is the R again. Okay, this is before the semicolon. We can see 2. So this shows us R. Okay, and after semicolon we can see 20. Okay, this shows us minutes. I'm sorry, this sign is not semicolon, it is colon. Okay, so the digit which is present before the colon sign, it shows us about the R, and those digits which are present after the colon sign, okay, that tells us about minutes, right? So here, since in our clock the R hand was pointing, the R hand was between 2 and 3, but still when we are writing about the R, we will mark it as 2. Okay, since it is not completely at 3, so here at the R place, I will not write 3, I will write it 2. Okay, I'm repeating this again, that when the R hand is present between 2 digits, okay, for example here it is present between 2 and 3, but it is not present completely at 3, it is present between 2 and 3, so I will write it as 2. I will not write it as 3. When it will be completely present at 3, then only my R will become 3. Okay, so since here it is present between 2 and 3, my R will be 2, and after colon I have to tell about the minutes. Okay, and if I count my minutes from here, so 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and 20 minutes. So after colon my minutes will be 20 minutes. And how will I write it in the form of words? It will be simple, 2:25. Okay, if I ask you that what time is it on the clock, so you will tell me it is 2:25. And if I ask you to write it down on a piece of a paper, this is how you will write. Okay, in this manner.